Hey, if you're still awake, tonight we're finishing our conversation about loneliness. And I think one of the biggest misunderstandings in life is believing that being alone and being lonely are the same thing. There aren't. And I want to begin this segment by saying we run from silence. I think a lot of people stay busy because silence is uncomfortable. Noises distract. Notifications distract. Other people distract. But eventually, we're left alone with ourselves. And I find that true, not even within me, but with the people I see around me, right? Even if the room is quiet and we're all sitting down, for example, somebody always have to pull out their phone, scroll on TikTok, get a quick laugh in, smile, shoot a text back. Even if it's unnecessary, they do it automatically. It's a trigger to them. They cannot be comfortable 30 seconds without the cell phone, 10 seconds without the cell phone, without a notification, without a swipe, without a reel, without a TikTok scroll, Instagram scroll, Facebook scroll. It doesn't matter, social media scroll. And I noticed that even if their notifications are empty, even if they have nobody texting them, they cannot simply sit still with themselves. To confront themselves or to confront their own loneliness or to be accepting of the fact that they're alone right now, internally, at least. I don't know. Maybe you, the listener, have seen that yourself in the real world. You've seen people always escape back online, which is funny, ironic, because the only way to listen to this is online. But you see people escape back online to escape loneliness, to escape being alone. And that's a good point. We can segue into meeting yourself again. Spending time alone has a strange way of introducing you to you to yourself, your thoughts, your fears, your insecurities, your imperfections, your dreams, the part of you that gets buried during the day. And this is why this channel specifically targets the nighttime, because it doesn't only feel comforting, but it tackles and it reintroduces yourself to you. Your fears, we talked about that. Your thoughts, we talked about that. Your imperfections, we talked about that. And your dreams, we talked about that. And yes, all of those thoughts get buried throughout the day. So there's no way to tackle them midday, 12 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. But for 1 a.m., I'm here. You're here. There's no one else but us. Even without me, there's no one else but you. And that, reintroducing to yourself, that's where the true battle begins. To feel lonely or to be alone, that's when it really starts. Solitude isn't punishment. It's space. Space to heal. Space to think. Space to become. And maybe that's why growth feels lonely sometimes. Let me expand on solitude. I said that I live by myself, right? I never said I don't live in a good community with a lot of people. I just live by myself. And at times I do feel like I'm in a state of solitude, not loneliness, being alone. Solitude to a point where I have space to think, I have space to function. Even when I take a shower, I catch myself turning on YouTube, Spotify, or anything to drown the noise. But when it turns off, only have myself. That self of solitude, that micro minute of solitude to myself gives me space to think about my day, space to think about my duties, space to think about myself, my actions, my past, my growth. And it's not punishment. It's necessary for growth. It's necessary to heal, to have those moments of solitude. Because without that solitude, you can never grow. You won't ever grow. You'll just continue to build upon the foundations of bad habits, of bad attitudes, of bad moments that is within yourself. Unless you isolate yourself from society, not just physically, but internally as well. Facts, not just physically, but internally as well. I like that. So, I ask you, the listener, from me, the speaker, a couple of questions. Do you enjoy your own company? Or do you tolerate it? What would happen if you treated yourself like someone worth spending time with? Now that's a good question. What would happen if you treated yourself like someone you love? What would change? What will be different? What will you find? What will you discover about you? Loneliness is wanting someone else to fill the room. Solitude is finally feeling comfortable when nobody does. That's powerful. That's really is powerful. That's true. That's definitely true. Loneliness is wanting someone else to fill the room. Solitude is finally feeling comfortable when nobody does. I like that because I'm both lonely in the sense of I want somebody to fill the room. I need some form of audio. But I'm also in a state of solitude. And I'm comfortable with myself when nobody does. I don't need anybody here. I just want somebody here. I am lonely, but I'm comfortable with myself. Maybe the goal was never to avoid being alone. Maybe the goal was learning not to fear it. The relationship you'll spend the most time in is the one you have with yourself. And that one relationship with yourself will be the only relationship that matters at the end of the day. Make it a good one. The room will reopen on Tuesday night. I'll leave the light on for you.